Little Company shows just how much people are craving for a good co-op game.
They're nice.
The premise of the game is simple. Collect enough scrap in a facility, then bring it to your ship to meet your profit quota. You then bring the scrap into a store where you sell it, and if the price of the items matches your quota, you're good. As a reward, you get 3 more days of your life and a higher quota. It may sound like a grindy system from some Roblox game, and well, it basically is. Now here comes the twist. Haha, the twist. Get it? I'm sorry. No more bad puns, I promise. You see, most of the scrap you're looking for is located in the interior parts of the map. Lurking inside these interiors can be multiple types of monsters. Now, each of these monsters has its own unique behavior, and if you scan it and then read about it in the bestiary, you can learn exactly how to defeat it. You can also buy a shovel to protect yourself, but some of the monsters will kill you before you can even land a single hit. An alternative to the shovel can be this stop sign. You can find it just as any other scrap. Then you have the zap gun and the stun grenade. These are basically just what their name tells you. They don't kill the monsters, just slow them down. I'm not gonna spoil any more about the monsters, it's better you learn about them yourselves. I'm just gonna say that I like the diversity very much. On top of that, you have randomly placed turrets or mines. These can be really dangerous only when you are in a stressful situation and you don't notice them. Turrets make a distinct sound before they are about to shoot. And mines also make a noise when you get close. Another way many people die is by falling. You see, there are these parkour segments of the map, which can be very tricky at the beginning. But it's not even the best part. The game's environments, both inside and outside, are randomly affected in one way or another. Each day, the outside can have different weather, or some random props that generate randomly. But the interiors are a whole different story. These have a different layout each day, which means that you will get lost all the time. The game's randomness makes every playthrough different. This not only makes the game extremely fun, but also very replayable. The local voice chat in this game is like the cherry on top. It makes the game so immersive that you actually feel like some of your friends died. Oopsie daisy. The monsters can also hear you and will find you based on how much sound you're making. And whenever I play, I have a bird next to me, so you can see where this is going. And the fact that only the other dead players can hear you when you are dead makes it so much better. This makes it so other players don't know that you are dead unless they check on the screens or basically see your corpse. Another big plus for this game is that it's very easily moddable.
Okay, I see what you mean about there being a lot of asses.
Everyone in the lobby just needs to have the same mods installed and, well, that's basically it. You can even use the mods to delete the player limit, so you can play with up to 32 people if that's what you want. The sound design of this game is also very well executed. Voices sound muffled when they are far away. Little things like this add so much to the atmosphere. Another thing I like so much about this game is the coordination. What I mean is that one guy can stay in the ship and using walkie-talkies he can communicate with the others, who also need to have walkie-talkies of course. The ship has this radar which can see both enemies and the layout of the facility. Oh yeah, and most importantly the scrap you need to collect. And if you're wondering what these red stripes are on the radar, they are vents which the enemies come out of. If you want to see more than just a radar, you can download the mod, which lets you see the POV of the players you are spectating. You can also open these futuristic doors inside the facility using the terminal. All you have to do is just type the name from the radar and you're golden. Now this can be a double-edged sword because some of the doors share the same name. This essentially means that you open one door but close another one. You can also try and save someone who's being chased by a monster by closing a door behind them. I've never managed to pull that off. For normal doors you can buy a lockpicker, but that's essentially useless because keys aren't that rare. Usually. The only piece of scrap that you can collect that isn't located on the inside are beehives. These can be tough to obtain, but they are pretty valuable. I think their price is random and it can be set from 40 to 150 credits. Of course, as expected, when you take them, a huge swarm of bees will start chasing you. I'd recommend taking them right before you are about to leave, because the bees will be roaming around until they found the beehive again. I get how for some people the graphics may not seem as appealing. To be honest with you, I didn't like it at the start either, but it kinda grew on me over time. It kinda gives me that Boneworks/Bonelabs vibe, and the later maps actually remind me of Roblox. This might be because the developer who made this game actually made games for Roblox in the past, and it really shows. Just as in real life, dying in this game is very bad. When everyone dies, you lose all the scrap you've collected, which means that it's actually harder to meet your quota. Each of the moons you land at has its own unique difficulty. You can buy more difficult moons as you progress throughout the game. The more difficult the moon is, the more monsters will spawn, but on the contrary, you will find more valuable loot on the inside. This allows you to buy better equipment to even out the odds. For example, you can buy the teleporter, which teleports the person you are currently spectating back to the ship. Now this can save their life, or their corpse if they are dead. Bringing corpses back is pretty important because it can save you a lot of money. The only real downside of the teleporter is that it doesn't teleport items you had in your inventory. Then there is the inverse teleporter. And oh boy, let me tell you, this gift from God himself teleports you to a random spot inside the facility.
It is 3 in the morning. I am in a nest of Jews.
If you like horror in the games, this is the perfect thing for you. Just as the normal teleporter, this one also doesn't teleport any items with you. So no flashlights, no walkie-talkies, you're basically on your own. If you want to have even more fun, I recommend picking a moon with an eclipse on it. You see, the way it usually works is that monsters don't spawn that often during the day. Most of them spawn only during the night. But during the eclipse, the monsters are always present. Just as I was finishing up this video, they dropped an update, because of course they did. I recommend you check it out, they added some pretty cool stuff. You'll find the link to the game in the description below. Of course, feel free to comment, subscribe and all that jazz. I always have a blast reading your comments. And yeah, that's it. See ya.